You know, we've all gotten pretty good at talking to chatbots. You type in a prompt, they spit back a reply. But a whole new class of AI is here, and it doesn't just talk, it acts. You give it a goal, and it can actually turn that into a finished project.
So, what if an AI wasn't just your research assistant, but your project manager, your coder, and even your outreach team, all rolled into one? An AI that doesn't just find information for you, but actually uses it to get stuff done.
Well, that's not some far-off future. It's really happening right now. And the proof is in this demo that honestly would have looked like pure science fiction just a little while ago.
Okay, so check this out. A user gives one single command, contact these leads, and boom, 5 AI agents just pop into existence, each in its own browser window. They're all working at the exact same time, navigating to different websites, finding the contact pages, and filling out the forms. This is the power of working in parallel. The entire list gets done in the same amount of time it would take a person to do just one. This isn't just about going faster, it's a completely different way of getting work done.
So, what we just saw, yeah, that's way more than a simple conversation. This is about taking real action. Let's talk about the world of AI agents.
So here's the fundamental difference, right? A chatbot is kind of like a calculator. You put something in, you get something out. But an AI agent, that's a skilled assistant with a whole toolbox. You give it a goal, and it can actually plan, use tools like web search or code execution, and it remembers what it's learned to get better over time. The real magic isn't just the AI model itself, it's the entire system that's built around it.
So how does an agent actually think? What's the secret sauce that drives this whole process? Well, it all boils down to a really simple but incredibly powerful continuous loop.
Every single AI agent runs on this basic rhythm. First, it observes. It just scans everything it has, the instructions you gave it, the files, what it did before. Then it thinks. It takes all that information and comes up with a plan. And finally, it acts. It carries out that plan using its tools. And the coolest part is, the result of that action immediately becomes new information to observe, and the whole loop starts over, getting smarter and more refined with every single cycle. So, how does it know when it's actually finished? I mean, it could just keep looping forever, right? That's where these crucial concept called the definition of done comes in. Think of it like a very specific checklist or a finish line. Once the agent has met every single requirement on that list, it knows the job is done and it can stop. It's super important.
Okay, so a single agent is already incredibly powerful. But what happens when you get them to team up and collaborate? Oh, this is where things get really, really interesting. It unlocks a whole new level of performance.
And this is where it gets crazy powerful. You can have multiple agents reviewing each other's work, catching mistakes that a single agent, or let's be honest, a single human might easily miss. Think about a programmer who's been staring at the same block of code for hours. A fresh set of AI eyes can spot a bug in seconds.
And you can set up these teams in some really fascinating ways. You could have a task force where a manager agent doles out jobs to specialist agents, or a debate club where you give agents different personalities, like a pragmatist and a contrarian, and let them argue to find the best possible solution. And then there's peer review, where one agent does the work and another one acts as quality control. It's literally like building your own digital dream team.
Now, as these agents are observing, thinking, acting, and working together, they're processing just a massive amount of information. And that brings up a really big challenge: memory. I mean, think about it. If an agent has to keep every single bit of information, every file, every line of code, every web page in its active memory all the time, it's gonna slow to a crawl. It's like trying to think while someone is shouting a million random facts in your ear. So how do they solve this? The solution is this really elegant strategy for managing all that context, and it's called the iceberg technique. It's a super clever way of deciding what to keep in mind right now and what to file away for later. Here's how it works. The agent only keeps the most critical, immediate information in its active memory. That's the tip of the iceberg. This is stuff like your core instructions and the details of the current task. Everything else, the entire code base, the full conversation history, all of it sits just below the surface, ready to be pulled up with its tools whenever it's needed. By not cluttering up its working memory, the agent stays fast, super efficient, and laser-focused on the goal.
So when you put all these pieces together, what it all points to is a really profound change in how we're going to interact with AI. We are absolutely moving into a new era.
And this is the core of it, the big shift. We are moving away from an AI that's a passive assistant you just give instructions to, and toward an AI that's an active teammate that helps you solve problems. You don't just give it a command anymore. You give it a mission. It's not just a tool, it's a collaborator.
So, if a single agent is a revolutionary new tool and a team of agents is basically an entire autonomous workforce, the only real limit here is our imagination. The question is, what will you build first?